3 more Democratic senators just this morning are now calling for Senator Bob Menendez to resign in the wake of new bribery allegations. Now, Menendez has rejected those calls to step down, instead staying defiant, and he is defending the wads of cash investigators found in his home.
For 30 years, I have withdrawn thousands of dollars in cash from my personal savings account, which I have kept for emergencies and because of the history of my family facing confiscation in Cuba.
He didn't address the gold bars. He didn't address the luxury car. NBC's Ryan Nobles picks up our coverage here in Washington on Capitol Hill. Ryan, the senator plans to be back there today, but as he returns to Washington, as we're reporting, he's getting more calls from his own party to go. Have the floodgates now opened?
There does seem to be a slow creep of Democratic members in particular who had called for other members of Congress to step down under similar allegations and are now doing the same for a member of their own party. We're up to 6 United States senators, all from the Democratic Party, who are calling on Bob Menendez to step down. And what's interesting is that of this 6, many of them are up for re-election next year. Sherrod Brown in Ohio, Bob Casey in Pennsylvania, Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin, John Tester in Montana. These are all senators who are facing tough re-election bids and want to show that even though there's another member of their party who is facing legal issues, that they believe that the details that have come out, the evidence that's emerged in this indictment is just too much and that he needs to step away from his position. Now, Menendez struck a defiant tone in his press event yesterday, saying that he intends to be the senior senator from New Jersey long after these allegations are adjudicated, but he has yet to say whether or not he plans to run for re-election. And already he is facing a potential Democratic primary challenger in the form of Congressman Andy Kim, who is also from New Jersey, and there is the possibility that other Democrats could jump into the race as well. But we know that he is now stepping away from his powerful position as the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The question, Anna, as he returns back here to Washington today, will he still be able to do the day-to-day work of being a United States senator with these allegations and the cloud of an indictment hanging over him? We'll get the answer to that question, at least the beginning of the answer to that question, when he arrives here on Capitol Hill later today. Anna?